Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Strange Cloud here. I'm going to be doing a VOD review. This is stemming from this thread here from Dramatic Software 807, where he's talking about, he lost the game when he was 13 as 3. Said, if you can upload a replay, we can give more feedback, or I can give more feedback rather, because it's kind of hard to tell, because as we all know, KDA is not everything. So, let's take a look at your runes and masteries first before we do anything. Okay, so the game that you sent me, this loss, excuse me. So the game that you sent me, where is it? So it's the one with where you have a Nivea on your team. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We can just start looking at your we can just start looking at your builds, just in general. Uh, Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coop. Coop is okay. Last Stand is far better right now. So I would advise going Last Stand right now, since it looks like you're going the Bruiser build. So Last Stand over Coup de Grace. Let's see if you do that every game. And where's the game? They've played a ton of games since. Oh, here it is. Here's the game. Okay, so this is a game that you're having me review, and I would assume it's the same thing. Yep, Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity. Uh, in this game, okay, I would also probably take Tenacity because they have Vi, they have Lux, they have Braum. Okay, there's some CC there. I mean, you only have one spell shield, right? Kind of hard to block more than one of those spells, or not kind of hard to block, impossible to block more than one of those spells. So, Tenacity would will be your friend here too as well. You can get away with Alacrity, but for this game, I'd probably take Tenacity. Eyeball Collection, Ultimate Hunter, perfectly fine. You can play around with other things too. I do like Cheap Shot and Sudden Impact sometimes, but I think what you have here is bad outside of Last Stand. I think Last Stand is way more is way better right now than Coup de Grace with the Bruiser, and that's partially because of Sterex. All the extra stats that you get when you get low on Sterex allows you to stay in that zone, okay, and you do more damage. So um, it all kind of works together, right? The Sterex and Last Stand, they work together really nicely. So I would advise changing to that in the future, but not the biggest of deal if you go. Okay, so you're jungling, you're against Bai. Let's see how things go. We'll just get you up here. Let's only want to look here. All right, I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit here. Looks like you guys want to invade. Now, I'll say this off the bat. Never invade Braum. It's usually not going to end well. His level 1 is one of the best, if not the best, level 1s in the game as far as like support goes. Yes, you do have Anivia, which is wonderful, and Karma's not bad either. But Wukong is not with you now, and like I said, Braum's level 1 is just too good. So I would highly advise against this, but maybe it works out because it's gold. So who knows? It looks like you guys are running around. You clear. You don't see anybody, so they possibly invaded you, or they went around. Like they went this way, and then you guys went that way. Oh, okay. You see them, so they did do that. So you're taking damage here. Okay, right now, like I would be ping. Like your Nivea is not with you. Like I said, you don't know if all 5 of them are here. It looks like there's only 3 here, but there could be 2 others in this brush. You just don't know. I would just be going this way, period. I would ping Anivia off. Looks like she's on the way, but I'd ping Anivia off and I would just retreat because uh, because if Braum is there, you're in trouble. Good news for you here is Vi started Q, which is really bad for her clear, level 1. So if you dodge that, you'll be fine, but this should actually substantially put her behind. So let's see how the rest plays out here. Mrs. Q, you guys are backing away. Oh, okay. Vi takes a ton of damage here, and here comes Braum. Vi takes a ton of damage here, which is great. You should probably be able to kill her, at least get her flash. Anivia is coming to collapse. I'm gonna open up here just to see where everybody is, just for fun. Okay, Urgot's there. Okay, so Urgot's pretty far away, so this actually would work out pretty well. But you don't know that, so uh, my advice here, or what I would do here is I would try and kill Vi and just get out, or get her flash and just get out. After that, leave. She's gonna take some damage here, your karma, but you should be able to survive. So let's see how the rest of the fight plays out. Okay, so she uses heal. Vi flashes away. You're okay. This isn't okay. It's actually not not going too bad for you guys because Anivia is about to get the stun down. Right, she gets a 3-man stun. Oh, and you flash over the wall to kill Vi. That's okay. You're gonna get first blood for sure. That's okay. Might have saved my flash and just because I think the 4 of you can kill the 3 of them, or at least 1 or 2 of them, or get more of their summoners out. But first blood is not bad. This is okay. This is okay. I'm okay. Now what happens after that? Your team. Oh no. Okay. So you walk down. You guys run to the. Or now you guys are all in trouble because Misfortune has retreated. Karma is dead now. Yeah, you guys are in trouble. Hopefully you get out. Looks like Anivia just dies. There's nothing you can do about it. And you start your wolves. Okay, so overall that fight, not the worst thing in the world to get first blood on Vi, but you ended up dying. Like I said, I would never mess with the Braum. You guys looked to invade, and then you guys got clapped over here, even though Urgot came really late. It ended up being a 5v4. So again, as soon as I saw you see those 3 here, I would just leave. Anivia was not with you. You don't know where Braum or Urgot are in that situation. So the best case scenario is just get the heck out of there. Here's one thing I'll say is it's okay just to get a flash and take that as a victory. So like right there with the Vi, she flashes away, and while first blood is really nice, you have to sacrifice your flash for it too. And my thought process would be, okay, she's already burned her flash. Okay, I can help my teammates here, maybe keep the karma alive, possibly, or at least chunk them out, right, and give them something to think about. And then maybe we retreat and we come ahead with we've only used heal and ignite, maybe, because I guess she used it in desperation there. I didn't see when she flashed. I wasn't paying attention to that, but so maybe you only use 2 summoners, and we got the jungler summoner, which is huge. I want looks like they use their flashes too, which is kind of crazy. So maybe you end up having used less summoners than them if you leave Vi alone and just chunk them out here and give them something to think about. And then you can look to invade the Vi, okay? Because remember, she started Q, and she's going to be behind a little bit. It's going to take her a while to do her camps, and it looks like she's not getting a leash. I'm curious to see where she ends up starting. Does she start at red? So she starts at red with her Q, which is that's brutal. That is brutal. And Braum comes to help, but still pretty gross to have to start with your Q. Okay, so that's what I would do. I would let the Vi go. And then look to punish her later for not having flash. But instead, you both don't have flash. But again, you got first blood, so it's one of those things where it's like it's okay, but you ended up going 2 for 1 at the end. So again, just leave Braum alone for invades. All right, little introduction. Early game skirmishes. All right, you're doing camps, whatever. I'm not going to talk about too much of that. Let's see. What I'll say, like I said, the other video I just did, I don't know if you do this, but checking lane states to see if they're gankable, see who's burned what, see who's level what. Okay, while you're jungling here, you're hitting level 3. By no flash, I would look to invade, but be careful because Lux does have priority. And then after that, you can look to support top. He should be fine. But here, I would either or actually, I'd probably go get Scuttle and then just look here, right? Because you're level 3 now. You beat Vi. Okay, again, I would just be wary of this, but chunking her out might not be the worst thing ever, and you might be able to steal her blue too. So, but first, maybe get Scuttle, and I actually might get red first, to be honest. But Scuttle's coming up, so it's fine if you go there first. Looks like that's what you're gonna do. Okay, cool. Totally fine. Okay, top died, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Oh man, and he was like more than half HP, so there's nothing you can do there. Okay, here you're gonna go do red. I would go look at Vi. you would have ran into her, and Anivia ended up getting prio too, which you know would have worked out here. You would have ran into her, and would have taken Urgot a while to get down to help. Just curious how much HP is. Yeah, oh yeah, you 100% would have killed her, and possibly just stolen her blue too. But that's okay. Um, getting crab is not the end of the world here. So, all right, let's continue on. So you do your red. Anivia now. A couple things really quick. Sorry, Anivia's pushed up. I would have just made sure to ping her because we know that she's there. Ping her and make sure she doesn't die. It's very obvious what Vi's trying to do, and you're a full level ahead of her, and you're gonna go contest this scuttle. I think this is excellent. Okay, you skipped Krugs for this, which I think is fine. Okay, because you will win this. Bot has prio, mid's got prio. This is a really good call on your part. So nice job. And if she stays, she dies. Okay, she just backs off, lets you have it. Yep. Cool. Yep. Back out. This gank is okay. She's got barrier. Okay, you burn that. She lives with like 1 HP. Your Nivea is dead, unfortunately. So remember, we knew Vi was here. Unless this kill is like 100% guaranteed, you know, we got to summon her out of it. But what stinks is though, Vi's got the Vi's got all the advantage here on the counter gank because of the way that you played it, right? So you had to walk up, and the only way you couldn't walk back this way, right? Because you would have died to the turret. You had to walk out this way to get rid of turret aggro, and now Vi has an opportunity to capitalize when she shouldn't be able to, really. Like Vi should never get anything out of this. She's already behind. You're already ahead of her. You've already doubled her CS. She shouldn't be able to get anything out of this, but due to the fact that it was a little forced. Okay, it wasn't like if you have ult or something. Of course, this is 100. She's 100% dead, right? But like if we just look here, and we'll talk about how it was forced just a little bit. So you hit the Q there, but look where the minions are. Look where the aggro is. Okay, if like right here, it has to be guaranteed. Your Q is on cooldown. I'd say if your Q was back up, you maybe could have killed her, right? But it's still on cooldown. So at the very least, wait for your Q and then try and re-engage there if you're gonna try that. But now because of it, it's gonna get your Nivea killed, right? Unfortunate. Let's see what happens here. So maybe you Q sniper. Now you're just gonna back. Okay, that's fine. You're looking for it. This is really risky. Probably not worth it. If it works out, great. I'd probably just back. Still pushing though. Okay, well, wow. So she stayed and you took advantage of it. That's huge. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Well, it ended up working out. So like just to recap everything there. This gank here, again, unless it's like 100%, I would refrain from it. You poked her out. Really just be happy, right? If Vi wasn't here, we know Vi is there. We just watched her walk over here because she gave up scuttle, right? We just watched her. So if Vi wasn't here, I would say this is fine because chances of Anivia getting collapsed on are slim to none. But we know where Vi is. We know exactly where Vi is. So two things. At the very least, wait for your Karma, who's right here, or just be happy with chunking her out. And Anivia's got like full HP, right? Nivea has full HP, and Lux burned her barrier, and she's going to be pretty low. She's going to have to back, right? So just be okay with those small victories. I feel like, and I make this mistake sometimes too, is like if they don't die, then I didn't get anything out of it. Sometimes you get a lot out of it, and they didn't die, and it's totally fine, right? They're going to miss CS, they're going to miss EXP, right? Those things are important. So yeah, really unfortunate. So again, just right here, I'd wait for my Q. You preemptively W, which is questionable, right? It protects you from her casting anything, which is nice. However, it's kind of a waste. She puts some space between herself and you with the turret there too. Yeah, and your Q's on cooldown. With this just changes everything, because at bare minimum, you can wait for your Q to come up, Q her again, force her to barrier because she's going to be really low, and then you can look for it. Because again, we know that Vi is like right here. So if you don't kill her, your Anivia is going to get collapsed one, and that's what happened. So just for next time. At least you ended up killing her because she got greedy. But all right. Watch this again because it's kind of funny. All right. So you go back to farming. I would probably back here. You're sitting on a lot of gold. Much gold. Yeah, you're sitting on 2,000 gold. Probably would have backed. That's okay. Vi sneaks dragon. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. She does dragon really fast, really well. What's going on top? Oh boy. All right. Wukong just dying top. Nothing you can do. You just soak up farm. You're 6. You have a lot of CS. A lot of gold. 800 gold above the Vi. Let's see what you buy. You go with Lucidity boots and Hearthbound axe. Okay, that's fine. I like Iron Whip Spike better here just because it helps you clear faster, but the axe is fine too. So if I'm you in this situation here, I'm probably not probably. I'm going to look to gank the Lux, and it looks like Wu and Anivia swapped, and then she burned her TP. Okay, I would look to focus on the Lux, and Wukong should be able to let this push in or reset. And it should just be a free kill on Lux because you know she doesn't have she's out flash. All right, let's see what you do. Gonna clear. Nothing's gankable right now. All right, here. All right. So a couple things, a few things to note. So if you're doing your blue, chances are Vi is gonna beat her red, right? Because you guys did it about the same time. So this is one of those things where after I'm doing blue, I might hover for a minute, and she's only 5 and you're 6. You guys 100% win this if you get off of this and just start posturing down because she's not 6 yet. If they chase up here, this is a free kill, and I hope they do, and I hope you just leave this. One thing that took me a while to do is to learn like when to leave camps. I forget to do it sometimes, or I just neglect to do it. Not forget, I neglect to do it sometimes, but when you do it, it usually pays really great dividends. So right here, I would leave this camp, walk bottom, ult, and get as many kills as I can. Let's see what you do. Okay, so you waited. All right, so let's see if you would have gotten a kill. Okay, because I don't know how Misfortune got down here. Okay, let's see. Let's just see here. Okay, so Karma got hit. He healed, so they're 100% fine. Now, if you're wow, they burned everything. So if you had started walking down, like when I said, when Vi shows up on the map, you'd be in this area right here, and you'd be really close to ulting, and man, you would possibly get a triple kill, or at least a double. Braum used flash. Vi has nothing. You've got Misfortune right there. Flash Ignite still up. Flash for Misfortune. Yeah, this would have worked out pretty well. Yep, so she should live. Misfortune had to run this way, unfortunately. Yeah, if you're walking down, like, you get Ezreal too, because he's gonna Ezreal flash. Yeah, all right, man. So this is the first thing. Yeah, get off your camps. Now you're coming really late. Oh, that is just brutal. Okay, yeah, now you're super late, and now you can't get anything out of this. Are you gonna force it anyways? You're not. Okay, that's good. Okay, so just leave your camps. Okay, now I would look for mid. Mid should be pretty free. Oh. Oh, well, Vi chases the Karma stupidly, and you get a kill there. Okay. Well, at least you ended up getting something out of it, and it was a shutdown. So that's good. But you could have got a couple more had you just left the camps. Hero would still Vi's camps. Yep, good. Stay on your trail. Very good. I'd be looking at Lux. She's full HP. Probably nothing gonna happen. I would tell Wukong just to leave because he's eating every spell. Okay, you're gonna go reset and go top. Okay, I'm okay with that. See what you buy. Speed it up. I guess I'll question why you didn't buy Iron Whip Spike there because you had enough gold. Yeah, not sure. I mean, Kendall Gem's okay, but Iron Whip Spike gives you more damage and faster clear. So another thing here. So just as a word, so these are like generalities for the beginning of the game. So you're doing your blue for the second time. You should start to ping like bot side. Vi is probably on the bot side for red. You just killed Vi. You just took her camps. You know she just cleared red. What side of the map is she going to be on? Top, right? You have that information. You should help out your Anivia, even though they should be paying attention too, and just start pinging like crazy, hey, or typing. And I can't see what you type, so maybe you did. But if you didn't, that's something too. So when you have information like that, when you know the likelihood of them being bought is like slim to none, just say, hey, Vi's pathing topside, her blue's up, right? And your red is up too, right? So you should know that. So looks like you're gonna be here. You don't have ult, unfortunately, and she does not have passive, so this isn't gonna work out very well. But if she dies, and there's nothing you can do, just farm. I oh, nice. Okay. Well, Lux stayed overstayed and good. So you did punish the Lux. I had been mentioning that earlier. Punish the Lux. Gonna look for Drake. I would just run bottom. Yeah, just run bottom. Perfect. Yep, because they have no spells, right? Perfect. Nice job. Yep. That was awesome. So you got off Drake, you thought about doing Drake, and then you just walked bottom because they have no spells. That's perfect. And now you kill Vi. What is she doing? It should be a kill on Vi. Okay. Maybe not. Urgot TP'd in. Oh boy. Let's back up here. All right, let's back up. Back up. So really nice call here. You get this. All right, now let's see what happens. Let's see when the Urgot TP comes in. Oh, he just walks all the way down, and we did have vision of him slightly. So here I'd start walking towards Misfortune, and we have vision of Urgot, or the two of you can just walk towards Urgot and collapse on him instead of chasing Vi here. Yeah, just change your targeting and you're fine. Misfortune, man, this is the brutal thing here. Yeah, she's low HP, but she can come in and offer support, especially if like Urgot and Vi both target you guys. She can participate. I promise you, even at low HP. Her farming the minions isn't helpful. So when you see that, just back off. This is unfortunate here that you broke the tether. I think if you're going to commit to Vi, you just do it because now you don't have it for Urgot, who's right here. But it is what it is. And then it looks like you both are probably going to die, or at least Karma, rather. Not. You guys should be fine. Wukong's here. You shouldn't flash. Wukong's not gonna ult. Wukong's not gonna ult. Now you're already. I think you guys would have been fine there, but not a big deal. So now they get Drake, unfortunately. So I think if you use that same mindset earlier of just leaving the camp, because it looked like you were gonna start Drake and you're like, nope, this is free bottom. Same thing here. You were doing this camp. As soon as you saw Vi, just walk bottom, you would have got kills. And then after that, when you head back top, just tell Anivia, hey, Vi's top side. You would have been there already, and you probably would have counter ganked the Vi twice, right? These are all just maybes, but. All right, so you are going to. Oh, man. Didn't think you were going to ult there. So let's see. So you're looking to ult. Okay, you got her flash and her barrier. Perfect. That's fine. A little early on that. It looks like you're just trying to force a kill. Wukong wasn't in position or anything like that, right? Like, I understand why you did it. I understand why you did it because you're like, okay, you know, I need to make something happen. But she's full HP. If she was like maybe half HP, I'd say maybe. Or if Wukong was like in position to help you, he's totally not. He doesn't even have his flash. Not sure what he used it on, but he doesn't have it. And he's not in position to make a play on her. So, but you did get both of her some, so that's okay. Here, you can get the scuttle, which is fine, and then look to just shade Anivia's side, which you're doing. Maybe you guys do this if she helps. Here, leave immediately. I hope this is what you do. This seems to be a theme here, though, and which is good because then I can tell you how to help, how to help you out. Leave this right now, right? Vi might be here. Let's see. Let's just see where she is. Oh, she actually went bot side. Okay, whatever. But we don't know that, right? We don't know that at all. Outside of your buff coming up, nobody passed that way all the time. I usually just after the first buff, I don't assume that everybody's doing their buff right away. Okay. So the information I told you at the beginning, when you're doing your second blue buff or your second red buff, just assume it's safe to assume that the enemy jungler is probably doing whatever the opposite buff that is. So So she could be up here because again we don't know. But I would definitely leave here and support the Anivia. Let's see what you do. Okay, you do. Perfect. Good. And you should kill him. Yep. Ooh, that was close. That was close, but you did kill him. Perfect. Yep. And then you're gonna get Scuttle, right? Or Rift Herald, rather. Hopefully. You do get Rift Herald. Okay. Fantastic. And then, okay, you're just going to go back to farming. Fine with this. You're so far ahead. Your whole team is 4K ahead, by the way. I don't know if you realize that. And here's something I want to note. So check this out. So I would imagine that you probably think, or most people would probably think, that Anivia's 0-3. She's down 5 CS. She's only been a part of 1 kill. There's no possible way she can be up in farm, or not, sorry, not farm, but gold, right? Turret plates count. She got a lot of plates, and she got turret first blood. Okay, so look how much gold she's up. She's up 1,200 gold, right? 1,200 gold, and she's 0-3. So I want you to really consider that. You know, just because somebody's 0-3, just think about the amount of resources that you guys have gotten as a team, and how that might not actually be the case, right? Okay, so she's well ahead. Bot lane's actually well ahead too. Even though their scores aren't 1, 1, and 3, 0, 2, and 5. Okay, this isn't bad. So every lane is ahead except top. He's struggling. He hasn't got any plates, right? His CS, he's behind in CS, pretty much everybody. Okay, but the 4 of you guys are ahead right now. So let's see how you use your lead. If I were you, I would probably I would go mid because you have ult and bust mid open, and then look to help bot. Mid is an easy target. So let's see what you do. You're walking bottom to get your buffs. I'm okay with that. I would, so like right here, man, mid free, right? I'm gonna force this mid, right? Even if I don't kill her, I'm chunking her out and I'm putting the Herald down and I'm taking over mid. What do you do? Okay, you're doing buffs. Nivea died again. Okay, you did perfect. A little later than I'd like, but you did it. Okay, that's fine. Cool. You guys didn't get the turret. It wasn't low enough. Okay. Yeah, I probably would have stayed to make sure the turret gets low enough, but that's okay. You want to make sure you secure it, but again, not the end of the world. Here, you're gonna pressure. Okay. We know they're all going bottom. You should be pinging them bottom. You guys are pinging them out. Okay. Walking bottom for Drake. This is great. This is a fight you guys should win. You guys are ahead. If a fight breaks out, you guys are ahead. I'd like to see your Wukong use a good ult here. Okay, a fight is about to break out. I would finish this. I've been telling you, get off. I'd finish this, but they're split up. Okay, they're split up. And it's at 1600 HP. Just finish it and then look to turn on probably Urgot. He's your biggest threat. Unless Vi goes like balls deep. If she like ults over here, then yeah, I'd probably just go on Vi. Either of these 2 targets are fine though. So let's see what you do. You should finish the Drake. And then like I said, Vi went balls deep. Okay, it's almost like I know she ulted in, so I would ult on Vi and go to work. Do what you do. You still haven't ulted yet. What are we waiting for? Nivea's dying, and now you ult, and you end up killing Lux. Yeah, so you end up going 2 for 1. This guy's dead, right? 3 for 2. Okay. So let's talk about use of resources here. So this is good. This is all good here. Like I said, I'd be watching this. As soon as Vi commits this far out, man, that is I'm killing her, right? Like Ezreal's not in position yet. Urgot's not in position yet. Lux isn't with them. She's coming down from here. Like you have to ult the Vi right away. But you wait and you wait and you wait, and then it kind of puts us in a bad spot. Like right there, Vi is dead. Like you would be on her by now, right? Vi is 100% dead, and then you guys can turn, and then Anivia can come and ult or not ult, sorry. Anivia can throw her stun. Wukong, which can give Wukong enough time to come in and hopefully ult, and you guys just clean this up hard. Lux is irrelevant, right? You turn your attention to Lux, and I'm not sure why here. I guess like Vi is 100% dead, 100% dead. So let's continue the fight. You actually might even save your karma too if you ulted there, timing wise. I'm not saying it would have happened, but it possibly, right? Okay, so Lux is behind there. Like, so still here even. My targeting would probably be either of these two at this point because Anivia is about to die. And Wukong still hasn't ulted. Am I missing something? Now I ulted. All right. Yeah, man, this is tough. Like killing Vi, I think was just the best option here. Anivia had Hourglass still. Yeah. Instead, you went on Lux, who's not even in the fight yet. So I feel like if you would have went on Vi and then maybe turned, you guys would have had better luck here. Because you guys are well ahead. Your Wukong ult's late too, so I know that's really unfortunate. But all right, see what else happens in this game. You go 3 for 2. Could have been worse, or 2 for 3 rather. Could have been worse. You're going back to farming. Okay. In this situation here, I'm just looking to get bot turret now at this point because it's really low. So I'm just gonna pressure. Whenever my ult's up, I'm walking bottom. Let's see what you're building. You are going. Oops. GA second, I'm guessing, or third, I'm guessing, because we already saw your match history. So you shaded the Anivia. I'm okay with doing that too. I would look for bot, but if Anivia, okay, here's my rule of thumb. So yes, I would go for bot to break it open. However, if I've got a teammate, and especially if I'm really fed, if I've got a teammate that's overextending with no vision, okay, you guys have no vision here, right? Like I'm confused at why she's this far out. No vision on the map, and she's overextended like that. I would shade them. Why I would shade them is because it's very, very obvious that somebody will eventually come, and you're strong enough to take on anybody 2v2, even 2v1 in some regards outside of the Urgot. If Urgot shows up, you guys can 2v1, but if it's just Lux, or if it's like Lux and Vi, you guys are just fine. And so you do that. So I'm okay with that. This call was, excuse me, this call was fine. So you kill. Cool. Now my question here is, are you going to get this turret? You should. Yep. Cool. You get the turret. They're coming. I would tell Anivia to get out. She's not leaving. This, like, man, this one isn't even your fault. Like, I don't know what she's doing. She should have just left with you. She's probably dead, I would imagine. There's no way she can live here through this, right? Vi and Urgot didn't collapse. Okay. Okay. Vi walks in and just ints. I don't know where Urgot went. I thought Urgot was mid for a minute. Did he back off? He must have backed off. Oops. Oh, no. He's just really late. Okay. So he was mid and he just never came. Alrighty. Well, he's not there. Yeah. Kill Vi. Pretty free. Kill Vi and just leave. Wouldn't even mess with the blue. Okay, cool. Oops. I have the wrong. All right, so that all worked out. So again, rule of thumb: you see a teammate when you're really fed, overextended, and trying to split, shade them, shadow them. Okay, it looks like they're trying to force mid. I would go head straight bottom here and just take the turret, get free resources, and tell my teammate, hey, I would tell Anivia to sit mid and just wave clear while you get bottom. It's free money. Let's look at gold. Wow, you're almost up 4K on the buy. That's insane. About almost 2K on Anivia up, 100 gold, and about even on support. So the only discrepancy is your Wukong. Everything else, man, you're way ahead. One thing I haven't seen you done too, or see you do too. Oh, I guess you just did. You invaded her at her blue when she walked there. So I would kind of live in her jungle for the most part. I would get some deep vision down and just try and pick her off too as well and keep her off the map. You kind of did there to an extent, but deep vision would be helpful here. So you should just run bot. If they're gonna sit mid, you should be bot. Okay, so bot was really low and the minions got it. Okay, that's fine. So you don't have to. Vi is bottom. Man, your Woo's chunked out. I would say you could maybe look to force a fight, but Woo is so chunked out. You'd want Woo to start the fight. What is Woo building? Find Sunder. Okay. Yeah, I guess you just clear and then prep for Drake at this point. Or you guys don't have deep wards outside of this one here. It's about to expire. Well, you know she's walking here. Nah, you can't. I was gonna say you could walk through here and meet her at a red and kill her, but it's not worth it because the way your teammates don't react, it's probably not worth it here. So farming here and getting ready for Drake is probably fine. Okay, and it looks like Urgot got a double kill. I don't even know how that happened. That's really unfortunate. It doesn't really matter how it happened, to be honest. It looks like you guys are just getting chunked out by Vi here. Okay, so I would surrender Dragon. There's no way you can get this. Just leave it. Just leave it. I'd probably just go to pressure top. Ooh, and then you walk in blindly. I would leave. Oh, no. Oh, man. You waste your GA and you give up a shutdown. Oh, no, you live. Wait. Okay. All right, so a couple things. If you don't have vision there and you know they're going to Drake, right, I definitely wouldn't walk here. At least throw a Q out first. Throw your Q in a bush just to make sure, okay? Just to make sure. You guys still have a lead. It's not the end of the world. I would have just walked top. Looks like Anivia TP top. That's something. Okay, I would just walk top knowing that they're all going to be there and just put pressure on the map. And I like what Anivia did here, but I would follow suit if I was you. Do that. That's fine. Ooh, you went mid. Okay, so I thought you were gonna shade the Anivia here. Oh man, she just gets chunked out so fast. So maybe I don't know if you can do. I don't know if you can deal with him anymore. Oh man, not until you get like Black Cleaver and like Blade of the Rune King. But oops, and you went GA second item. So or third item rather. Keep saying second, third item. So he's tough to deal with because you don't have Black Cleaver and yet, and you don't build Bork this game. That would have been helpful. Here, okay, I see why you went here. They're all really, really low. So what goes wrong here? Do you miss a spell or something? Let's see what goes wrong here. Because they're all super low. So let's pause. Okay, so Ezreal heals. Where's your Q? Q. You don't Q. Oh, you Q'd that way. Okay, so you should kill Lux here. And I'm going to guess you just chase Ezreal. Oh, man, you could kill Lux and you could kill Braum. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Yep. So just auto Lux and then look to kill Braum. So you just gave up a shutdown. It's okay, though. You guys are still ahead. It's mostly just you, but you're still ahead, which is kind of crazy. And they get Baron, and this is kind of the end of it. The end is coming, I see. So at this point, so here's what I've gathered at this point. Anivia is going to continue to split push without vision. Wukong, I don't know if I've seen him ult, like, to start a fight or anything like that. He's way, way behind, so I wouldn't rely on that anymore. You guys like to get, when I say you guys, it's mostly your team, like to get chunked out, okay, and poked by Lux. If I'm you, I split as much as I can, and I probably look to since Drake is the next objective, just look to keep pressure bottom, get some deep wards here, and just keep crashing minions into the turret, not going too ballsy. And if Anivia can get Urgot to go top, then your split is going to be really effective because you can kill anybody that comes bottom, right? So that would be my goal, is to try and hopefully get Urgot to hang out with Anivia. This one's tough. And it's simply because your form of engage hasn't really done that, or does it really late, or gets too poked out before you can even do it. So yeah, I would sit bottom, just farm. I would definitely build Blade of the Rune King this game. Unfortunately, you didn't. Black Cleaver is a good build. While your GA is on cooldown, if you can afford to sell it later, you know, that's when I would get like a Black Cleaver or Bork or something like that White Sun cooldown, because it really does you no good when the passive's not up. And you guys get caught out mid again, and they're pinging you. This is not your fault. I mean, they need to give this turret up. It's got 1 HP. I would run straight bot right here, dude. So now it looks like you're okay. You're just gonna farm. Yeah, just go bot. Farming does you no good here. That turret's gone, and your team's gonna int for it. I don't know if you're at least you recognize you can't help them here. Outside of the Urgot. You can kill the Urgot. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay. So I understand you recognize, like, I can't help here, so I'm just going to go to another lane. So one thing I want you to imagine, if you had just run bot, you'd be on the turret by now, right? And if you tell your teammates to back up, maybe 2 of them don't die. I'm not sure. They still might. But at least you're gonna get this out of now. You're just kind of in no man's land, right? They're gonna get your mid inhibitor turret, and you're not even gonna get their inner. You know, that would be like an okay trade at the end of the day with how things have gone so far. At least you get their inner, right? And then maybe you can work on their inhib turret later. However, I'll say since you are here, okay, there was another opportunity for you to get off the camp. Not here, okay? There's an opportunity for you to get off the camp. It looks like you were gonna back, and you decided not to. But when Urgot goes like balls deep like that, you just have to punish him, right? He's so far away from his team here. Watch, right here, and he's knocked up. So Braum and everybody, they're focused on here. This is a kill, 100% a kill. Okay, but you walked off and decided not to punish them. If you get this kill here, this keeps them from getting the inhib turret because by the time they do that and the minions crash and all that, Anivia will be back up and you'll be just fine. Okay, you've got Karma. Okay, but instead you don't, and bad things happen. Yeah, and they're like pinging you. Where are you at? Yeah, and they were gonna get this anyways. Okay, they were gonna get this anyways, but you're not getting anything, right? So here, if you're gonna commit to top, you better continue to push. Then I guess back. I guess I'll ask why you back, because we see that they all walk this way. Here, let's do. Sorry. So we see that they're walking down bot side and they're getting pinged, and then we have vision here. Right, I'm gonna back up. Sorry, I went way too fast. So you've got to commit to it. It looks like my I guess my question is, so what did you achieve by doing this here, other than probably pissing your teammates off, even though they've pissed you off too, and rightfully so. These teammates aren't very good. You could have got a kill here on Urgot if you would have just waited here. Or at least finish your camp, and while you're backing, look to commit if they go too far. That's one thing I don't see you do. You don't seem to punish anybody that gets out of position. You're either too impatient or you're not looking for it at all because you're already annoyed, which I understand. You're annoyed, so you're like, screw it. I can't save them. I can't do anything. I'm gonna go do my camps. Okay, here. This should be an ace, or at least like 3. Right, you should get at least 3. They have nothing, right? They've used everything. So let's see. Here I'm going on Urgot 100%. Okay, because we know Lux is here, we know Vice here. My guess is Ezreal and Braum are right here. If I had to. Oh, okay. One's down. They're down here. Okay. Oh, and there's Ezreal. Yes, sorry. So yeah, so they're out of sight, out of mind. This guy's isolated again. I hope you punish him. Okay, let's see what you do here. You've got all. Oh man, yeah. See, I think you missed it. Okay, punish this guy. Okay, fine. They punished him for you. That's fine. Here, I would just turn. Look to turn. You don't have to force anything. Okay, you're just gonna get blue. That's fine. Lux is still, but they're still poking around bottom. All right, we're just gonna let them clear that, I guess. Yeah, your teammates aren't there, so you can't punish it. That's okay. Wait, they're coming back up. Okay, so now you need to start heading back down. If they're okay, Looks like the enemy wants to int for this turret. That's what it looks like. Okay, so let's see what they do. So you got to start heading back down because you can totally change the course of this fight if you're here, even without a Nivea. You back instead. Your team just continues to get poked, and you're going to give up an inhibitor, or I mean, an inner turret. Misfortune wasted her R. Okay, you're coming now, but you don't have vision. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the overall theme. Gonna look for Drake here. No vision. This is not good. Yeah. Misfortune is probably dead. I don't know why she's still mid like that. Yep. Man. Okay, so I mean, I feel like I don't need to review anything else because this has just gotten out of hand now. And I think and honestly it's probably too late. It's too late for you just to split at this point. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop it right there because we know you guys end up like dying and stuff. I mean, it looks like you end up getting some kills here. I don't think it's important though. Okay, because we ultimately know you lose this game. Okay, so if we want to just talk about things you could have done, you know, in the early game. So you had a massive lead. Anivia had a pretty big lead too, and you might not have known that. So first things first, consider the resources you have. Two, you know, make sure you're not forcing anything here, and be okay with getting their spells and just getting out, right? Be okay with that. So right here, yeah, you haven't got any spells yet, but she's chunked out, and Anivia still, you know, has more HP than her. She can reset this wave, she can crash into the turret, and she can back, and you guys are just fine, right? But instead, you guys go 1-for-1, and you give Vi a chance to catch up when probably didn't, you know, there was probably no reason for it. Two, get off your camps. Okay, make sure you're leaving your camps to help your teammates. So you know that situation where misfortune, or excuse me, not misfortune, Vi was bottom. If we go, I want to go back to right when we saw Vi. Let's see if we can see where things were. The moment we see Vi, be coming up here. Right. Oops. So right, coming up here in like 2 seconds. We see Vi right here. Where are you? Okay, you haven't even started the camp. You haven't even started the camp. Okay. If you head down here, I mean, you crush. You get plates. Okay. You have an opportunity to open once you get the Rift Herald. Maybe open at bottom instead of mid. You know, we never got mid. You would have totally got an opportunity to do that. If you leave your camps, man, good things will happen. I don't know if you were just irritated. I don't know if you thought, oh, they were just dead, because trust me, I totally understand. There's certain times when you're like, my teammates are dead. There's nothing I can do. Here, in this case, when you know you're ahead of Vi, okay, and everything else is pretty even for the most part, like this lead is negligent, right, for bot lane that the enemy bot lane has right now. Pretty negligent, means nothing. But your lead is pretty substantial, right? At this point, you're almost 1,000 gold up on Vi and a full level. There's no reason that you shouldn't be walking down to help, right? So if we count the number of seconds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like if we think about where you'd be, you know, you'd be in this area, right? Within 5 seconds, and man, Vi would 100% be dead. She'd be in so much trouble. Okay. She has no flash. She's caught out here. Misfortune's over the wall, protected. She's just dead. You might only get 1 kill, but I would imagine, well, by the time you would have been in position to ult, because I'm pretty sure like Braum burns flash and stuff like that, right? He burns E. I mean, look at this. But you would have been like right here. Man, that's a triple kill, right? I think this is a big thing for you. Other than that, for the most part, I think you did pretty well in the early game with your decision making and stuff. You know, you got both scuttles. You got a couple kills on her, knowing you're ahead. You shaded the Anivia when she's pushed out. I'd like you to do that a little more. Okay, like you do that a little more. After you used your GA, I understand why you bought it, to keep your bounty and all that stuff. Probably just selling it and getting Bork. Okay. Or rushing Black Cleaver and then getting Bork because Urgot's getting fed, and that's the only way you can deal with him. Okay, you can beat Urgot, a Fed Urgot, but you need those two items in conjunction with each other. But yeah, I think that will take you a long way because you did it a couple times where you just kind of um, gave up on your teammates, and in some situations I agree with you, but there's other situations where you can punish mistakes, right? You can punish the Vi here, the Urgot later in the game that dove all the way through two turrets, and you decided to walk up here and do your Krugs instead, right, and get nothing done. Okay, Vi when she find that one. Oh, not that one. Vi, it's when Vi comes down. This one. Not gonna be able to find it in my. It's where I said, hey, I bet you Vi ends up isolating herself and like ulting onto Misfortune by herself, and she did. She isolated herself, and you went on Lux instead. Which oh, it was this one right here. Yeah. So this play right here, finishing the Drake was the right call. But as soon as you do that, you should be walking down, right? You're level 11. You're in ult range, okay? As soon as you see her ult, man, she's 100% dead there. Nobody can follow this up. Urgot's your closest target, but you guys will kill her before Urgot gets there, and then they're in trouble, right? You ended up ulting Lux here, and again, like I said earlier, I'm not really sure why. So I think if you do those two things, leave your camps when you see your enemies are in trouble. Okay, just get used to doing that. And look to a system, especially when fed. If you're behind, I get it, dude. You're super fed, right? And then punish mistakes. Look for them. I don't know I can't tell what you're looking at here. Maybe you're tunneling here, and maybe you just finished Drake and you're like, oh, Lux is right here. I got a zoner, right? I can't tell because we're not talking, obviously. But if you do that and punish those mistakes, you'll be able to snowball more. You'll be able to get more things out of the map, and hopefully you won't be able to find yourself in a situation like you were before. That being said, some games are unwinnable. I would chalk this one up to being pretty close to that, simply because in a game like this where I'm fed and I'm like, okay, well, I have an Anivia, she can wave clear forever, and I've got engaged with Wukong. Your Wukong never really used engage, and your Anivia just kept splitting kind of brainlessly. And like I said, you should shade her, and you did it once, but that can only do so much. So you were on the man, you were teetering in that area, that fine line of like some games are just unwinnable. But I do think there were some things that you can improve upon that would enhance your chances in this game. So I hope that all made sense. I know I went a little quick in some areas, even though this video is like 50 minutes long. I like to do them raw, unedited, and stuff like that, just so you can see what it is, and get kind of a candid response from me. So that this was my first time watching it through. I had not watched it prior. I hope this helps. I'm loving you guys sending me your VODs. I love doing more VOD reviews. It allows me to expand upon my knowledge and really reflect on what I'm doing wrong too. When I see some of you guys make some of the same mistakes I do, I can put a phrase to it, or I can really think about it and consider it more in my game. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.